Together we rise, together we fly.
Today, I want to encourage you to take a moment to lean in. I want you to lean in because I have a question to ask you. Let me ask you something real honest. Have you ever started hiding? And not because you wanted to, but because being seen, it started to hurt. Now, maybe someone said you were too loud, maybe they said you were too sensitive, or too much of something. And then slowly you started shrinking. And not because you stopped believing in yourself, but because being small, it felt safer. And if that resonates with you, then this moment is just for you. I get it. I get it because that was me too. As a little girl, I was really outgoing and joyful, always talking and always smiling. But in school, something shifted. They started calling me the teacher's pet, pulling my ponytails, laughing behind my back, and without even realizing it, I made a decision. I made a decision that stayed with me for years. If I'm less visible, maybe I'll be more accepted. Can you relate to that? Now, maybe your hiding didn't start on a playground. Maybe it started in a boardroom or even in a relationship or through a church experience or family experience. But somewhere along the way, you learned if I shine too much, I'll lose love. Something to think about. If I could be honest just for a moment, that little girl in me, she never left. She just went silent. And even as an adult, even as someone who's been in supervisory positions and who's had responsibilities in church, even, leading people, there were still moments that I found myself dimming again. Now, have you ever been in a space where you wanted to speak up, but you worried your light might make someone else uncomfortable? So, that tug of war between your calling and even how you've been conditioned, it's real. And it shows up in how we lead, how we love, and most importantly, it shows up in how we see ourselves. But here's what I learned: healing, it's not about becoming someone new, it's about returning to the parts of you that were pushed into hiding. And that's what God began to do with me, calling me back to my boldness, back to my voice, and even back to the truth that I wasn't too much. I wasn't too bright for a world that still was trying to dim the light in women like you and like me. And if you ever felt that, I want you to know that you're not broken, you're just becoming. So maybe you're watching this, and if you're really honest, you've been dimming too. And not because you lack vision, not even because you don't feel called, but could it be that somewhere along the way, the message got planted? If you shine too bright, you'll be left out. If you speak too boldly, they'll think you're full of yourself. Or even if you take up too much space, they'll push you out of it. And so, what do? We learn how to shrink. We master the art of invisibility. We become so good at being the helper, the humble one, the encourager, that we forget that we are also called to be seen. Now, maybe, or could it be, it's starting to catch up with you. You hold back in meetings. You even downplay your brilliance. You smile, but it's guarded. You love others well, but you miss yourself. And the crazy thing is, it's not even about fear anymore. It's just becoming familiar. Or should I say, it's just become familiar. It's that quiet agreement we've made with silence, with smallness, even with survival. But now something in you is stirring, and you can feel the nudging. You can even sense there's more, but you don't know how to give yourself permission to step into it. So here's this moment, and here's why this moment matters. It matters because every day that you stay hidden, the version of you that is bold, fulfilled, and free, it stays buried too. And the woman you're praying for, the person you're meant to impact, the voice you're supposed to be in the earth, she can't rise until you do. And I want you to know it's not too late. You're not too far behind. And no, you didn't even miss your moment. Your light didn't go out, it just got quieter. And now it's time to turn it back up. So I want to ask you a question. What part of you did you bury to be accepted? Was it your laughter? Was it your confidence? Was it even your leadership? So today, my invitation is simple but powerful. I want to encourage you. Go back and get her because you don't need permission to shine. You don't even need approval to rise. You just need to remember you were never too much. You were always meant for more. And that's what I help women do. I help them through coaching, even hopefully through this video, and even my community. I help women become their own BFF, living their lives bold, fulfilled, and free. If this message spoke to your heart, like the video. I encourage you to subscribe and even share it with a sister who's been shrinking for far too long because you're not behind. You're not even too late. You are right on time for the journey that you're on when it comes to becoming. So until next time, continue to be well, continue to live your life bold, fulfilled, and free. Take care.